Tonight on the news at 7, drying up. Students left dehydrated after a water fountain simply runs dry.
Get out the vote. How new changes to student government elections could mean bigger turnout.
And population boom. Why one small town saw its population explode overnight. Good evening. You're watching the news at 7. I'm Christopher Adams.
And I'm Chelsea Pena. More on those stories in just a moment, but we begin tonight with breaking news. An Austin resident has reportedly fallen asleep tonight. Very sketchy details coming into us right now. We're not sure if it's a man or a woman, whether they're taking a nap or have simply gone to bed early. Just too early to tell at this time. We're checking with our sources and sending a crew out to the scene. Of course, we'll update you as soon as we get any new information.
The University of Texas community is in shock tonight after a man killed himself, all because of a BuzzFeed quiz. 21-year-old Brandon Williams committed suicide after an unsatisfactory result on the quiz, What Should Your Major Actually Be? The biology major supposedly should actually be a biochemistry major. A suicide note left behind said Williams felt he had already taken too many hours to change majors and that he had exhausted already all of his Q drops. Students are left uncertain of the future this evening after a high-traffic water fountain in the Student Activity Center broke this afternoon. Thousands of students have shown up at the fountain to take a refreshing sip, only to be turned away, confused and thirsty. One student was taken to hospital after dehydration set in after not being able to drink from her usual water fountain.
Okay, so I went to the SAC, right, after my class. And it's like really hot outside now, right? Okay, so like I'm gonna go to the water fountain that's like usually there. But it wasn't. They had to take me to the hospital because I was like really dehydrated. And I was there for hours. I was there for like 5 hours. But I'm better now. I know, I'm okay. I'm better now, but please fix it. Please.
University officials say it could be months before students' mouths are once again wet.
Big changes are coming to student government elections next year as the voting population has been expanded to now include squirrels on campus. SG President Cornell Rady says the move is to allow every stakeholder at the university to have their voice heard, no matter the species. University officials hope to expand voting rights further to include turtles by the year 2017. In really big news for the University of Texas, a new historical tree has been planted on campus. President Powers has released a statement today saying he hopes the tree will provide endless opportunities for students in the wake of the Fisher versus UT Supreme Court case.
Residents in rural Ganado, Texas are moving over to make room for the town's newest council member, Milkshake. The cow was born to parents Betsy and Clive yesterday. The birth means the town's population has increased by a third. Ganado is now home to 1 man and 3 cows.
A man is suing a woman after he stepped in a piece of gum that he says she spat on the ground. 6-year-old Lewis Brown is suing 7-year-old Mary Caroline Baxter after accusing her of spitting out the gum during a game of tag, causing the bottom of Brown's shoes to become sticky. The case will be taken to the Supreme Court in May.
An update to our breaking news now, and the news at 7 has confirmed that it is a woman who has fallen asleep. We understand she's fallen asleep in her bed, so confirmed now a woman has fallen asleep.
Now, we still don't know why she's fallen asleep, whether it's a nap or if she's gone to bed early. She may have even just fallen asleep accidentally. As a reminder, we do have the crew on the way, and we'll continue to update you as the breaking story develops.
On to national news now. It's time for Your Nation in 15 seconds. President Obama signs a piece of paper. The NSA saw those sexts you sent your ex last night. Another athlete is gay. Weather hits the country. And collegiate athletes can now snack. That's Your Nation in 15 seconds.
We do have another update on our breaking news. We understand now the woman has fallen asleep on purpose. She's gone to bed early. No word yet on why she's in bed early. Perhaps she was just up this early this morning and just was feeling tired. Or maybe she has to get up early tomorrow morning. Still questions we don't know the answers to. We're checking with our sources to find out the latest information. We'll bring that to you as soon as we get it. Now, though, with so much big news flying about these days, we hit the streets to find out if Austinites really know what's important.
What 4 presidents are on Mount Rushmore?
Washington. I have no idea.
What is the last name of the Speaker of the House?
Oh,
I don't fucking know.
Who is Ban Ki-moon?
What is the capital of Delaware?
Oh. No. I don't know.
What year did America gain independence from Britain?
I know this though. Wait a second. 1987.
It's time now for a check of what's going around in the world in 15 seconds. In Ukraine, people are shouting. In the ocean, parts are sunk. Overseas, there are protests. Baby visits the zoo, and people are dying. And that's what's going on around the world in 15 seconds.
More now on one of those international stories you heard just there. People are shouting in Ukraine. We're joined now by the U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Jeffrey Pyatt. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Pyatt.
Thanks, Christopher. Glad to be here with you tonight.
Now, Ambassador, we know there's been a lot of shouting in Ukraine over the past few months, really. How would you describe the atmosphere there?
Tense really is the word that sums up everything up. We've seen multiple...
Sorry, Ambassador, gonna have to stop you there. We do have some breaking news. Stand by. And there is a live look now. Our crews have arrived at that scene of the woman falling asleep. We can see now she is in her bed with the lights off. Still pretty early in the evening, but you can see that she has indeed fallen asleep.
That's right, Christopher. Our crews have just arrived, and we're continuing to check with our sources to find out the reason for her going to bed so early. We don't know if she has an early appointment. Perhaps she's just tired from a long day. Still too early to speculate, but one thing is clear, she is definitely asleep right now.
Absolutely, Chelsea, and we'll of course continue to monitor this developing situation. We'll have plenty more updates throughout this newscast. Right now, we do have to take a quick break, but still to come on the news at 7. Doctors say they've discovered a new deadly risk in your home. Why everyone is in danger.
Also ahead, a man gets an idea. We'll take you inside his thought process tonight on the news at 7.